Holiday merch can always sell super well, but only if you know how to mix the right niche with the holiday season. That way you can make something new and exciting that someone sees and of course wants to purchase. And with the help of Kittl AI, I'm gonna show you how to generate some holiday style Christmassy art and mix it with the retro or 60s, 70s style theme to get some pretty awesome designs for shirts, tote bags, stickers, and even ornaments, because why not? So if you don't have Kittl yet, go ahead and sign up using the link down below. It's completely free to get started, and you can tag along with me for this design, and I'll even be showing you some AI prompt tips along the way. All right, to start our Christmas merch, we're going to go over here to the AI generator at the bottom left panel, and I'm going to go ahead and type in my prompt. So I'm going to go for a Santa Claus that is more in a kind of 60s, 70s kind of disco retro-y vibe. So I want sunglasses, I want 70s disco style outfits, things like that. Now over in the clip art styles, we're going to use one of these because the background is kind of already gone, which is what we want to be able to manipulate color in the background. So what I'm going to do is leave this one on Cyberpunk, but you could of course try out a couple of different ones that you want. So let's go ahead and hit generate and see what comes up. Okay, so that one is kind of getting the style right, but the hands are a bit awkward. You know, hands are always tough for pretty much all AIs, and of course we're working on that to get that even more specific and more quality. Let's go ahead and amend our prompt a little bit. That one could work in the kawaii style. This all kind of depends on what kind of niche you're going for. I am going to go ahead and give it a specific style. So I'm going to type in comic book illustration on a white background. I'm going to deselect the style. So you can deselect the style and type in your own, which is what I've done here. I've given it specific instructions. We'll go ahead and get rid of these. They're okay, but they're not going to work for what we want. And I think this one right here is a much better render. Now, yes, the hand looks a little bit awkward. I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to show you a little workaround to that in just a little bit. But what we need to do is go ahead and hit AI background remover. Okay, and so that is going to remove the background just like that. So now we have a perfectly clean, transparent image here to work with. And then we're going to actually vectorize it so we can make it as big or small as we want and control the color. So you see this color slider here, we can go up or down. And you're going to want to count how many colors you see. I'm counting about 5, you know, the red, the white, the yellow, the shading, the black. Okay, so it's around 5 or 6. I'm going to go with 5. I'm going to go ahead and vectorize this, and that looks pretty good. I mean, that's pretty much a 1-for-1 of what it was already, and now I can change the color. So instead of red, again, we're going 60s or 70s retro. I want his jacket to be this very vibrant purple, like in a vibrant purple, not a muted purple. And then I'm going to mess with the other colors to get that kind of faded vintage look. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around because I'm going to show you a little trick to help kind of cover up the hand there. Now, because of the style I'm going for, I'm going to type in the elements panel, champagne or bottle or something like that. I'm going to find one that fits. Okay, so this Santa definitely looks like he's here to party. And so one technique you can use is covering up parts of the hand with another illustration. So my recommendation would be don't be so quick to delete or discard some of your AI generated images just because you didn't like the hand. Of course, we're doing that monthly, is trying to figure out how to make hands better, but you can use other elements combined with it to get a better render. Hey, real quick, if you're getting value from this Christmas merch design tutorial, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and that subscribe button, and then let me know down in the comments what niche or style are you going to mix with the holiday season. Maybe it's something retro or vintagey like what I'm doing in this video, or maybe it's something else that you've found that people would want to buy. So let me know down in the comments because I'm curious to know, and let's get back to the tutorial. Now what I'm going to do is add text here. You can add text with the T button on your keyboard, by the way. And we need to find a more kind of retro-y font, okay, and a vintagey font. So I'm going to go with Sign Master here for 'Tis the Season, and I'm going to make it the same purple. If you go over to the effects panel, I'm going to give it some drop shadow and then some outline width. So if I give it outline width here and make it that same color as the drop shadow, you can see here we have a nice dark shadow with a stroke on the text, which is going to make this easier to read. And then all we need to do is work on our positioning. So if I go over here to the angle transformation, you see these little wheels here, these little anchor points you can use to get the angle exactly where you need it. Then to duplicate your text, you can hold the Alt or Option key and drag it, which I've done twice here. So I have "'Tis the Season to Get," and then for the word "lit," I've picked a much more retro groovy script font for this. And then all I have to do is go over here into the settings and play around with the stroke and the shadow to get it all to kind of match correctly. And I have this all behind the Santa, which, by the way, you can right click and bring stuff to the front or the back, or you can go over in your layers panel in the bottom right and bring stuff up and down. So I'm going to add this disco ball right here because we can't do a 70s or 60s style retro without a disco ball. So I'm going to send that to the back, right click, send to back. I'm going to make this the color palette that we're using. So the dark pink, purplish color, and the orange, I'm going to give it a black stroke. And then I'm just going to zoom through, adding some little stars here, some kind of groovy retro stars around this design just to make it a little bit interesting. Fill up some space, basically. I'm just making some places that I want to fill the space. And then I'm going to add some texture here. So I've added some grunge texture. And then I'm going to hit the alpha mask, which is going to make it kind of punch through. And then I'm going to clip the content so that it only applies to my design and not the background. So now that I have all of this set, what we can do is mock this up to see what it is going to look like. So if we hit the right button up here in the top right for mockup, it's going to take us to the mockup generator. And look at that. Here is our design with the texture already applied to it, and we can even change the color of the product itself. So I want this tote bag to be a little bit more in line with the retro color palette, and you could play around with this on a variety of different mockups. I think this one would also be pretty nice on a pillow. So if we click the pillow mockup right here, it will just immediately apply that design to the pillow, and then we can size that up to see what it looks like, which is also pretty good. Now we could keep on playing with this to see what it would work on other products, but I want to go back and make a sticker design in a circle. So imagine this whole thing in a circle. We're not going to be able to use every single element because we kind of have more of a square shape happening right now. So I think we're just going to work on the Santa or the Santa head and then maybe bring in some other elements in the end. So let me move the Santa over here. By the way, if you hit the W button, that's the trim view, which allows you to see off of your artboard. If you hit it again, if you hit W, you'll only see what's on the artboard. So we're going to center our Santa here, and then I'm going to add some masks. So if you add some masks over here in the mask category, you will be able to drag shapes in or images in to make masks. Now I'm going to make two because I'm going to show you a little trick. What I'm going to do with the Santa is drag him in, and he's upside down because remember I flipped him around, but that's okay. We can just drag him around like that, and then I can give the mask an actual color. Okay, so to see what we're doing or to see what we're working with, we can give it a color, and if you double click into the mask, you can resize the image that's in the mask, the image or the element. You can also drop vector elements in a mask. So I want text on the right side, so I want my Santa head to go here on the left. And then what I want is a swirl pattern in the background. I like this one right here. This is super retro, very 60s. And this is where the second mask is going to come into play. So if I bring the other mask over, drop the pattern in there, look at that. Now I have complete control over all of the colors that are in that swirl because it's a vector art. And now it's in the mask, so I can match this all up with my original color palette. And then I can put it behind the Santa head. So I can take the color off of the mask. So I double clicked in, took the color off the mask, bring this swirl shape over. And then what I can do is right click and I can send this mask to the back. And look at that. Now my Santa head is in the swirl in a circle. That's going to be perfect for a sticker design. Size this up like this, and then we're going to work on our text. Now we don't have as much space for as big of text as we did in the previous design. So we're going to amend our original phrase, our original text to "Let's get lit" instead of "'Tis the season." So all I need to do is size this down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and speed up and kind of zoom through this process because I'm using the same exact technique. I'm just changing my colors around a bit. So I'm just going in here, changing my outline width, changing my colors so that it's easier for you to read. So now we're going to pick a little bit different font that's more condensed, and we're going to use that one for Let's Get, and then we have Let's Get Lit here together, and there it is as our completed sticker design. Also perfect for ornaments, by the way, as well as merch design. So I hope you have a ton of fun with this tutorial and get some holiday merch out before the 25th is here on Etsy and whatever else you are selling on.